Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel's Spider-Man. This time I'm using the Velocity suit. Pretty neat looking. Not one of my favorites, but it looks fine. Last time we did a few more side missions, and this time we're going to be doing all of the Taskmaster challenges.
Looks like the bomb guy's MO. Only this time he's using a drone to seed spy cams around the city. We better round him up and take down that drone.
Alright, A rank.
Gotta follow that drone.
Doesn't Kakashi kill Rin?
That's one high-end spy cam.
Yeah. He had to kill her because one of the tailed beasts was stuck in her.
Like sealed or just in?
It was Three Tails. Three Tails was placed in her. Was placed in her, and she was being used as a hostage, and as a means of like destroying Konoha from the inside.
10 seconds. Now I can catch the drone. So close to perfection.
I can't hit block fast enough.
I thought robocalls were obnoxious. I shut down his spy cams.
But yeah, so Kakashi killed her in order to ensure that she couldn't be used as a weapon. And it was her request. She asked him to do that. And, you know, that one action just kind of broke Obito because he never got to smack that 10-year-old booty. God.
These mercenaries wouldn't happen to be your mercenaries, would they?
No. All I know is they're getting paid well for their work. Unless you stop them, that is.
What's in it for you?
I get to watch and learn.
But yeah, as good of a villain as Obito made, his motivation for becoming a villain was so dumb.
What was it?
His motivation for becoming
I don't remember what it was.
His motivation for becoming a villain was because the girl he had a crush on and wanted to bone died.
I've heard dumber.
Well, here's the thing. The girl he wanted to bone died. She basically sacrificed her life to save the village. You know, the job of a ninja. And he was so distraught at that he became a villain and said the world has to be destroyed.
Well, I mean, have you seen the way the ninja clans were when he was normal?
Good, but I can do better.
Wait, is he about to unlock his Sharingan? Sharingan, baby! Woo!
Aliens after me now? Call this guy an ambulance. Hope they can help.
Obito, I sound majorly like exposition.
Exposition, rush it out ASAP.
There's actually a scene in Sword Art Online that is, like, actually known, like, the way that it is actually known for being the worst way to do exposition ever. And every writing class will tell you not to do it this way.
Yeah. Well, season 1 is riddled with that, but I think they got way better at it with seasons 2 and 3 and 4. They actually took their time with it in the later seasons. But season 1, yeah, is the worst.
No, it's back in season. No, it's back in season 2 of Sword Art. It's the cafe scene. They literally will tell you in any creative writing class, don't.
Okay,
do
hold
this.
on. What cafe scene? Because there's a bunch of them.
That's exactly the problem. You don't do a cafe scene.
There's a bunch of them in season 1.
Well, the ones in season 1 of them was actually like part of it.
I think we're thinking of different things. Season 1 is both the Aincrad arc and the Fairy King arc.
Yeah, I know.
Both of those, that is season 1. Season 2 is Gungale and Mother's Rosary.
Actually, that you forgot one.
The three episodes where they went to save Poseidon or whatever it was.
It was Thor.
Thor, whatever. All that accomplished was it gave Kirito Excalibur again.
He didn't have Excalibur before.
He did. He had it he got it near the end of season 1 when he beat Oberon.
No, that was the Dark Repulsor.
No.
Oh, the other one. That was just an excuse to reuse old art.
Oh my god, we are talking about two different things. Season 1 ends with his fight against Oberon, the Fairy King. Oberon tries to summon Excalibur, and it fails because Kirito hacked into the system.
No, it wasn't Kirito who hacked. It was Kayaba who hacked.
It was Kirito who hacked because Kayaba gave him the seed, which allowed him to hack into the admin system. And so Kirito got Excalibur, killed Oberon with it, and then it just kind of disappeared. He didn't see it again, but he knew he wanted to have it, so That's what that arc was. It was for him to get Excalibur back.
I don't have much time.
How am I supposed to hit both of those at once? It's the D-pad. You push on the whole thing when you do that.
Okay, take care of that one.
Shitori!
More, better hurry.
That looks like the end of a Power Rangers fight right there. Too bad no one's able to see what I'm looking at.
Got on a business card.
I'm the only person watching the stream.
All right. I believe I just need to do one more, and then he
Did
should.
you platinum yet?
Huh?
Have you platinumed yet?
Yeah. I've already 100%ed this game.
Yeah, I just got platinum like a few days ago because I finally did the last 1% of my original save file.
Well, I platinumed the base game. The only trophies I haven't gotten are the ones having to do with are the ones where you have to get spectacular or higher on the screwball challenges, because fuck those things.
Oh yeah, those are hell.
Fuck the screwball challenges. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm not gonna bother with that. So
These bombs aren't gonna defuse themselves.
yeah, Spider-Man's right. These bombs aren't gonna defuse themselves, though that would be very polite of them if they could.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, come on, bombs, be a pal. I'll invite you to my birthday party. Joke's on you. I never have a birthday party because no one ever comes.
Oh shit, is this when he gets his eye?
What?
Oh shit, is this the scene where he gets his eye?
I'm not gonna lie, feeling pretty good about myself right now. Wait, Jason, it is, sir.
Huh. Weird. Oh, there it is! I was waiting for that.
So how does Obito survive this?
Survive what?
I know you.
He's kind of under a rock, having the life crushed out of him slowly.
And you're about to get taken to school. I have a photo reflected that read anything.
Woo! Never seen that move before.
You got it. You can't use any of your good attacks against him.
Are you blocking so much?
Otherwise, he knows everything you're going to do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I always like to get out into the street and just constantly throw things at him.
So here's the thing. If he has a visual on a speedster coming in at him, could he replicate their speed? Or is there a speed so fast that he can't replicate any of their motions? I was about to say, please don't be another quick time. Yeah, a whole freaking rock dome falls on his ass. No, he should be dead.
And there we go.
Here's all the data I need. I beat you, you ran away. Conclusion, you lose.
Not yet. You'll find other challenges around the city. Once I've seen what you can do. Talk about round 2.
I try so hard to be likable. Why does everyone always want to fight me?
It's because they're jealous, Spidey. They're jealous of how likable you are, and so they're trying to bring you down. Right? Why aren't you agreeing with me? Another drone challenge. I'm not honestly. I'm not a fan of half of the Taskmaster challenges, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like the bomb challenges, and I'm not a huge fan of the stealth missions either, to be honest. Even the drone challenges can be a little irritating because of the places that they will put a lot of the cameras that you have to collect along the way are a lot of them that you have to a lot of the cameras that you have to collect along the way are well,
I think.
really far out there. They can be kind of hard to some of them can be really hard to reach. Hello.
Now's my chance to grab the drone. I'm so neurotic. I'm mad I didn't perform flawlessly for a criminal.
Awesome. Well, time to go do our first stealth challenge.
So, Obito's story is literally live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Obito's story is boy has crush on girl. Boy has crush on girl.
Rock has crush on boy.
Boy has crush on girl. Boy nearly dies. Boy later sees girl die. Boy later sees girl die, and because he didn't get to bone her, he decides the world has to die. That's Obito's story. He became a pretty good villain, but his motivation sucked.
Looks like those mercenaries kidnapped a rock-solid exec and strapped an explosive vest on him. If they see you, they kill him. Tick-tock.
Alright.
This game auto-saves after every encounter, after every fight and everything.
Honestly, I don't like how it's set up.
So, does Naruto wear chainmail underneath his normal stuff, or is that weird fishnet shit?
It is a fishnet.
That is so stupid.
All the ninjas wear it. All the cool kids are wearing it.
I don't care, it's stupid. Almost as stupid as most of David Cage's games. Especially when he tries to say, oh, Detroit Become Human isn't about racism and about, slavery and black lives and civil rights. It's totally not about that. Literally, the main song of the game is a slave song from the Civil War.
I'm impressed.
And yet you sound like you want to kill me.
Not yet. I have so much more to learn.
The police will take it from me.
Also, you cannot make that sound better. I forgot I got Modern Warfare 2 on here.
I have my own issues with what Storm 4 did. More specifically with things it didn't do. But I suppose I'll get into that when I actually play through the Storm games on my channel.
I hate the lack of ninjutsus you can use. There's only a few of them that each person gets, and there's some supposed to be like their special jutsu. How the fuck am I supposed to figure that out when it's all redded out in the fact that it looks like I can't use it ever?
Well, that's actually just kind of a mainstay of the entire series. That's been the case for the whole series. That's not what bothers me. That's not what bothers me. One of the big things that bothers me is in both Storm 2 and Storm 3, you had explorable overworlds. Like when you had to go to the next story-based mission, you actually had to run there. You had to run to the next story-based mission to the location where it takes place. That's what you had to do in order to start the next story-based mission. In Storm 4, it's literally just a menu screen. It's just a menu screen where it's just a menu screen. Okay, you beat this level, here you go, here's the next mission, boom. You click it, you just immediately start fighting the next thing. It is so lifeless, so boring. It takes away so much of the charm that 2 and 3 had. 3 had the absolute best overworld, the most expansive overworld. It felt like you were in the world of Naruto. So, yeah.
The hostage is dead.
I got bored and I'm playing Detroit Become Human again. Yeah, I'm actually gonna start streaming myself. Alright, and broadcast gameplay. I'll be streaming this over on Twitch.
Yep. You can't either wait till I'm done streaming. This is my last stream that I'm doing for a bit.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's someone else on here.
Gotta move quick and quiet.
I don't want us trying to overshadow each other on each other's streams. And I feel like you're going to be doing that a lot. You're going to be doing that a lot because I don't particularly care for Detroit Becomes Human, so I wouldn't really have anything to say about that. And it doesn't seem like you have really anything to say about this, so We would literally just be competing against each other.
I've already said pretty much everything I've wanted to say about Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah, so like, yeah, we would essentially just be talking over each other, and I'd rather not have that kind of competition.
Yeah. Alright. I gotta go and get in the shower in about an hour, so. Actually, I got a little over an hour before I need to go and do that. Probably should get some food though. Oh, you have Minecraft Java Edition?
Huh?
Do you have Minecraft Java Edition?
I had Minecraft, and then it just stopped working all of a sudden.
The one on the PlayStation or the one on the computer?
PlayStation. I have a physical copy, but the disc it says that the disc is corrupted, even though it's squeaky clean. So I don't know what's going on there.
In the read data. Well, here's the thing, okay? Like, if you run into too many glitches in a game or something, it can actually ruin your disc. Because all the data gets jumbled
that's
up.
the thing, I never ran into glitches on my disc version. It ran so smoothly, so perfectly.
That was the glitch. Minecraft doesn't run smoothly whenever you're going between chunks and things. If it was running smoothly, perfectly smoothly all the time, that means that was the glitch. I think I remember to start buying things for my own lunches whenever I get off work. I work at Walmart. You'd think that'd be something I'd think of. So what do you do for a living?
I work at a Walmart.
Did you have to do health ambassador?
I'm a stalker.
I'm not sure that's a profession. Oh wait, you meant the other kind.
Gee, never heard that joke before.
Well, we had to be very specific on it at times whenever we were at, whenever I was in the school before the one I graduated from. There was one girl who we had to be very clear. Like, if there was certain two guys that went with us, she went from being a stalker, stalking concession stand stuff at the Razorback Stadium, to being a stalker watching those two boys. Like, we actually wrestled her phone from her multiple times to delete a plethora of pictures she'd take of these two specific guys. Without them knowing. Like, they had no idea whatsoever, and we tried to keep it that way as long as possible.
To bring it back to the topic of Spider-Man, I know, shocking, right? Like, talking about Spider-Man while playing Spider-Man. The horror.
So, Miles Morales. Because he is also a Spider-Man.
I really like Yuri Watanabe. I had never even heard of her before this game.
Yeah, apparently she's going to become one of the Spider-Man villains. after what happened in the City Never Sleeps DLC.
Yeah, after what happened there, I mean, we already saw the start of her her villainous path in Silver Lining. We see the start of it in Silver Lining.
I love walking
Spoilers
around
to
in Silver
anyone who hasn't
Lining
actually finished it. I will be showing it off. I will be showing off that particular mission.
Yeah.
But like, I'm
There's
so
a comment
curious
on her hidden base, and if you walk around the open world between missions and stuff, dude's like, has that ship always been there?
I don't have much time.
Now, what I want to see Spider-Man on the helicarrier. Because I mean, if they're going to force
in the Marvel Avengers game, Spider-Man is supposed to be joining.
But it's not going to be Yuri voicing him, and it's not going to be this Spider-Man. They wanted to make that very clear that this was not the same universe, even on the PS4. Which I find to be bullshit. They should force them to be the same world, because they already have the Avengers in Spidey's universe. They already have Doctor Strange. They already have the Black Panther.
Spidey even states when you take a picture of Avengers Tower, he even states that they're off on some big important mission at the moment, and it's like, yeah, that was supposed to be build up for what would become the Avengers game. That's literally why that text. That's literally why.
But it's because
that bit
the
of
guys
dialogue
who
was left in the
decided to
game,
make it,
because that's
they
what it was
didn't
supposed to
want
be. It was
piss
supposed to be
off
build up
fans.
to that game.
So I think what they're doing now is it's supposed to be like there's a PS4 Marvel universe, and then there's the one for every other console for the gaming universes. Oh, and did you know the PS4 Spider-Man has been in the comics?
Yeah. They released,
motherfucker.
they released a short series of like Spider-Verse comics to coincide with the release of this game.
Yeah.
So
The Spider-Geddon. Originally, I started working on this game back in like 2014. Like, if you look it up online, there's a bunch of pre-alpha footage of them like figuring out what the game's swinging mechanics were first and foremost.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, in a Spider-Man game, you want the swinging to feel good.
Yeah.
That's like probably the most important thing about making a Spider-Man game is make sure the swinging feels good.
That's not the most important.
It is for a Spider-Man game. What's
important
different about
is getting the
Spider-Man
characters
compared to all other superheroes? Spider-Man swings around the city. If the swinging doesn't feel
The wall
good, how is it
crawling
any
swept
different
slinger.
from any other superhero game?
Well, now here's the thing. You can get the swinging wrong and still have a good game. What you have to have is a good story and compelling characters. You have to be able to make sure that the audience can feel for
Except
it.
the world has already proven you wrong. The world has already proven you wrong. The only thing that matters is how the swing handles. That is literally the only thing. That is literally the only thing that matters in a Spider-Man game.
Okay,
The proof.
Spider-Man 2 was still a garbage story. The only thing that saved it was the web swinging. Same thing in Spider-Man 3, even though that stuff was much more mediocre by comparison. Honestly, if it wasn't for Spider-Man 2, I don't think Spider-Man PS4's web swinging would have been nearly as good. And boy, am I glad we didn't get another amazing Spider-Man style Spider-Man game. Because, oh dear God, that was horrible.
Yeah, it really was.
Also, the fact that they, instead of putting Carnage in a game, they put Carnage as the main villain of a game taking place after a discontinued movie franchise. Which I count each of them as their own separate franchises, considering the fact that each suit's different, each Peter's different, each universe is different. I mean, one of them is a universe that existed at the same time as one of the other ones, but still.
Good night, Goop. Feeling better?
Okay. But yeah, like I was saying though, like the fans of the Spider-Man games, they all pretty much say the same thing. Spider-Man 2 was the best because it had the best web swinging, even though everything else about that game was garbage.
Everything about 3 was garbage, everything about 1 was garbage, everything about The Amazing Spider-Man was garbage, most of what Web of Shadows was garbage, most of Edge of Time was garbage,
Well,
most
that's
of
the thing.
Shattered Dimensions was garbage.
No,
Most of
that's the
literally
thing.
everything was garbage.
No, that's the thing. Shattered Dimensions had what you said was important. It had a good story. It had good characters. Same thing with Edge of Time. Same thing with Web of Shadows. Same thing with Friend or Foe. They all had good stories. They all had good characters. They all had good combat. But everyone still hates them because they didn't have good swinging. That is the thing. If it doesn't have good swinging, it makes it automatically garbage according to the fans.
I checked the story on a couple of those. The story did not mate. It didn't sound right for anything. The characters, I didn't have any kind of attachment to any of them. Even Miguel, or anything. I didn't care enough about any of the characters in those games to feel a connection to the story. That's where you notice the problems with web swinging more. Because you're looking at everything from a more negative light, because they don't do anything to set you up to feel like the game's
With Web of Shadows case, it puts you into a story with characters that were established in the comics. That was a game that was made for fans of the comics, and it allowed you to pick how you played. It allowed you to choose how you wanted to handle things. And it had an actual good story with an invasion of symbiotes. An invasion of symbiotes that was slowly but surely taking over New York. And you had to decide whether to stop or join them. And for Shattered Dimensions, it was an introduction to the Spider-Verse. Keep in mind that game came out shortly before the Spider-Verse story actually took off. That game was basically the catalyst that got the whole Spider-Verse thing to kick off. It was basically a lot of people, myself included, their introduction to these alternate realities. And then Spider-Verse happened, and suddenly we were introduced to dozens more. But Shattered Dimensions kickstarted that, and then Edge of Time continues the story where Shattered Dimensions left off. It is a true sequel to Shattered Dimensions. You are following the same Spider-Men, well, two of the same Spider-Men, as they go through another story. They go through
time. Isn't Miguel stuck in Miguel stuck in the present and Spider-Man stuck in 2099, right? Isn't that how that game goes? In Edge of Time?
Yes.
See, when I see that, like, here's the thing, I know a lot of stuff from the comics. I knew a lot of them going into it, like Spider-Man Noir and all that.
Frick.
But I just could not let myself enjoy that, because just, like, not even, like, I didn't even care about the swinging and stuff. That wasn't what made me turn off the video. It was a lot of the dialogue and stuff. Also, just the combat was just everywhere. It's
The combat was the same as it was in Shattered Dimensions.
I didn't like it there. So
It was the same combat that you had to do. It was pretty much the exact same tried and true combat that you had in both friggin' Web of Shadows, and Friend or Foe.
Friend or Foe was just Web of Shadows for the PS2.
No, Web of Shadows for the PS2. So Web of Shadows for the PS2 was literally just an arcade game. It was a side-scroller arcade game that had 2 levels, resulted in you fighting Shocker, it had 2 levels. In the second level, you had to basically pick whether or not you wanted to fight. You had to basically pick whether or not you wanted to fight Shocker regularly, or if you wanted to fight Shocker as a symbiote. If you fought him as a symbiote, a text shows up that says, "Congratulations, you took over New York." And like, that's essentially it. That was the Web of Shadows on the PS2.
I never even got past the Shocker fight because I picked to go with the good ending, and for some reason Spider-Man wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get him to wall crawl or anything while I was trying to jump around. Did not do anything wrong. That is how that ending goes. Legitimately. That is legitimately how the good ending ends. That you just died to Shocker? Because it kept making me respawn and fight him.
You fight Shocker. No, what happened? The game is so buggy that the PS2 version is so buggy that literally, like, you will fight Shocker. You will fight Shocker, and the game will not register the game will not fully register that you completed that mission, and so it will like bug out and force you to reset and do the fight all over again and again and again, and it will never think that you actually did the mission.
Like, there's no way you picked the good ending. But yeah, just like Force Unleashed 2. As soon as I started playing the game, just that meme of
Oh!
I am
Haiku!
infinite.
Hey!
What?
Haiku's watching my stream. This is a very pleasant surprise. I am very happy about this.
Hey, how you doing?
You never watch my streams.
I was in the gym.
Oh. Oh, come on.
Do, 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 do. What are you doing right now? I just pulled up the stream back up. Oh, good. Haiku's phone's back on.
Yeah, I just read that. Oh, finally. I have a lot that I want to text you about, Haiku. Are you not
Haiku,
working
you're
right
open
now?
to the floodgates.
You said you're usually You said you're usually working. Are you not working right now?
Was she working so hard they gave her an extra break? I mean, Haiku, if you're not working, there is a party invite for you.
I invited you a while ago. Oh, wow.
Oh, she's doing pizza delivery now?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could turn the camera around during the subway transitions. I never knew that. I never attempted that.
I never knew you could do that either.
You can turn the camera.
You probably will do that in Miles Morales too.
Even the mole people living in the sewers know about the high-speed.
Oh, doing some art, are we?
Once again, Spider-Man makes a bad situation infinitely worse. And we have a highly intelligent caller who
I mean, you can always just like turn it on and just have the controller sitting next to you with the headset in.
And I was almost run over. I understand that Spider-Man saved the kidnapped victim, and I'm glad about that. But I could have been killed.
not just. This is the problem with that mass movement.
Uh.
Police are able to coordinate efforts, block streets, lay down tire shredding strips because they're a team. Spider-Man is a one-man show who cares about one thing. Spider-Man. And you almost paid for that. With your life.
Okay. Okay. I like a lot of the just the facts with JJ. He has some really good lines.
Yeah.
It's really good to hear. It's really good to hear from you, Haiku, and congrats on becoming a pizza delivery driver. What pizza place do you work for? Because I was actually planning on seriously? Oh, seriously, Papa John's? I was actually planning on ordering a pizza from there later today. Oh, that's hilarious.
You guys live anywhere nearby?
She's like a 10-minute drive from my house.
Yo, Haiku, why don't you deliver us pizza?
Hey, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. It'd be the first time we've gotten to see each other all year. Stupid virus. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you since last decade.
2020 and reinstall.
I haven't seen Haiku since last decade. No, this is frick. Well,
like, talking about me?
Dax Kun. It's Dax Kun. He says he's a friend of yours.
You know, Anon in the chat there. It's fine. It's alright, Haiku.
Oh, by the way, Haiku, some news that you probably won't like.
Oh no.
I know that you've been simping for Bakugo lately, but things aren't looking too good for him in the most recent manga. He's hurt real bad.
Yeah, and fuck, which one am I trying to think of? Kirishima's the UA trader.
Yeah, Mr. Aizawa. Mr. Aizawa's hurt. Mr. Aizawa's hurt. Bakugo's hurt. Gran Torino is somehow still alive, but he's on death's door right now.
I mean, isn't he a bit old for superhero work?
Yeah, I mean, he keeps coming out of retirement because none of the pro heroes can handle the situation on their own. So he keeps getting forced out of retirement by these incompetent heroes. And it's like, oh my god, he's dead.
Well, here's the
Gran
thing,
Torino is not surviving this arc.
Yeah, Bakugo has to survive at least until the end of the manga, because that's when Horikoshi planned to have the fight from Two Heroes. Have a fight like that in the actual manga, that's when he planned it. So, Deku might lose One for All again.
Actually, no. He said that was originally the plan. That was originally the ending he decided on, but he since then has decided on a different ending. So it's not going to be the same. It is going to be a completely different ending. There's been a lot of speculation
that one of the two former wielders of the quirk is possibly a time-traveled Bakugo.
Yeah, that's dumb. Even for a world like My Hero Academia, that I can't see that happening.
What on Twitter? Haiku, why don't you just turn on your console, join the party, and then just have your controller sitting on the desk?
Yeah, seriously. That'd be a lot easier than trying to pay attention to the game and the chat at the same time to see what you say.
Oh, Blue News. Yeah, Daniel sent me a thing on Discord.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what that is.
That it's problem that was the guy was on her server once, and he's just kind of been spiraling out of control.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the dude tried to have me contact his cousin, who he says is in the mafia, to order a hit on his own mother. I wish I was making this up.
Well. On that
So you have
note,
the console set up on the chair, or like how does that work? Also,
in
wrong
order to
there.
protect Grandpa's chair. Why do you have to protect Grandpa's chair?
There we go. So, again, like, do you have the console set up on the chair, or like, what's the problem there?
All right. Well, let's continue this conversation. Let's continue this conversation in my next stream. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more because I want to get these Taskmaster challenges done today.
I mean, can't you again like, can't your controller connect you to be able to voice chat from in your room? Okay, I'm gonna head back into the back of my room. I'll be using the stream to tell me if my thing starts cutting out.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's gonna be glitching.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
At
go
least in
ahead
my
and
house seems to work.
end this stream, and then I'm going to start another one immediately after this. So, Haiku, let's pick this convo back up.
We will be seeing you next time.
So, thanks everyone so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really helps out. I hope we can get to 300 subscribers by March. It would really mean a lot to me. And until the next video, stay beautiful, everyone.